3-0, a great win over, I thought, Michigan played us tough out there tonight. It was physical. They went really hard. I think, they kind of took us out of our rhythm for sure, and almost that entire first half, it took us a little bit to kind of get our feet under us and just settle into our game. So I credit Michigan with that, and but pleased how we were able to kind of step up and settle into our game and kind of take a little more control. So yeah.
Coach, what do you think the biggest challenge will be with the quick turnaround, the game coming on Saturday against Oregon?
Yeah, 2 days to prepare for Oregon. We obviously didn't want to look past Michigan, so we're going to be putting in a lot of homework as coaches and as players, so that tomorrow, we're going to have to go through a few things to make sure that we're doing what we need to do and that we're taking away what we can learn from this game, which there are certainly a number of things to kind of adjust and fix a little bit. So yeah, that's all, the challenge, trying to fit it into compressed 2 days and having the recovery too. But, it's no different to when we're in April and conference play and Friday, Sunday games. So we just got to roll with the punches and make it work. And I'm confident our players, they'll be ready.
You had hat-tricks from Swamonte and Gillingham. Just talk about their performance.
Yeah, they've been really impactful for us in this season, particularly, both on the draws for both of them and offensively. I think Emily, she's really hitting her stride. She's a very smooth player. She's very dynamic, and she's been having a lot of success. So that's been wonderful. And then Natalie too. She's just gritty and tough and strong. She's super determined, and she's been such a huge momentum shifter for us, particularly when we need to play. Those guys, they step up and they make them for us a lot of the time. So that's kind of, I think, what stands out and their impact and how it's felt.
Talk about Olivia Conti's performance. First 2 goals of the year, four caused turnovers, 5 ground balls, 6 clears.
Yeah.
She had a
I think anyone watching today's game would see what we've known as a coaching staff since we've had her with us, that, she could be a midfielder at a lot of programs. We've got great middies, but she certainly is able to serve and green light to play out through our offense, which we saw her do today. But she's just outstanding competitor. And she's highly skilled and highly athletic. She really is a gamer, but she goes hard in practice too. But there's just another level that you see, and she really showed that tonight. You could really feel her presence all over the field, and I think in moving her up into the circle play this season, which we made that adjustment early, has really been a great move, and has allowed us to come up with a lot of possession on the draws, because she's a great 50-50 competitor.
Kayla Montalbano got her 100th goal tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Was that something that she'd been thinking of?
No, I don't. I wasn't aware. I don't think anyone was aware, but we were made aware at the end of the game, and that's always just a great milestone for a player who's meant a lot to the program and who has, just bled black and gold, and been a really truly selfless individual. So she's just been a great leader for us this season, and it's really special to see that her reach that milestone. Yeah.
What are you telling your team to keep them focused starting off so strong 3-0 this season?
Well, before this game, obviously we haven't had a lot of time to talk since this game, but yeah, we had 2 great wins, and we were idle for, over a week, but it was really about, just continuing to get better each day, and that's really what has been at the root of our focus. Is every day is getting better. It's not just on game days you get better. That's a good measure for where we're at, but we're measuring ourselves every day. So now being 3-0, we can't afford to get complacent. We can't afford to look ahead. We've just got to stay really focused in the moment, and respect each opponent that we face, but also have a great sense of confidence, but humble confidence as we keep taking each step through this season, because it's a long season.
Sure. You already mentioned you only have a couple of days before Oregon. what's the biggest takeaway from today's win over Michigan?
Well, I think knowing that Michigan came out and they were physical, they played us really tough, and that took us out of our comfort zone, if you will. Probably the most we've seen this season, and we just can't. That's going to happen, and I think I'd love to see us sort of bounce back from that a little quicker than we did today. It took us almost the entire first half to sort of, like I said earlier, get our feet under us and to find our game and to not get caught up in our opponent's tempo. So I think that's just where, it's more of a mental aspect of the game and the approach that, as a team, we've got to remind each other out on the field. We've got to remind ourselves individually, and, as coaches, continue to keep that calm and remind our players that, just focus on the next play and not get too caught up in trying to match or play outside of how we want to play. So that would probably be the biggest takeaway from this game, and that, we're going to see different styles and we've got to roll with the punches and figure it out.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thanks guys.